and then later in my career, after '08, I got sent down that year when we won the World Series, and at that point, I was just like, "Fuck it!" Like it didn't matter at that point. I'm just gonna go, and it can't get much worse, type of thing, you know. So I was just like, "I'm just go get them."
Yeah, that's
At some point, you have to say that as a
Yep.
player.
what,
I
be
tell
against the
you,
world.
I had, it was still that way when I crossed the lines, but then, I didn't, I guess I didn't stress about it as much because it already was worse than it could be. You get sent down after you had 5 years in the big leagues, and then they go, "Hey, we're going to send you down to AAA." And I'm like, I ain't going. Like, I ain't going, but I'm not helping the team here either. I was like, can't you just put me in the bullpen so I don't have to eat peanut butter and jelly down there? But I mean, you get a little spoiled with it, but I had to swallow my pride and just go down there and get try to come back, and came back, and we made a run and won the World Series. And then I guess I would say after my hip surgery in '09 that I had, 2010, I was just like, fuck it, like that, whatever. I only got one call that off season, 2010. It was with the Astros for a 1 year deal, and I end up finishing like probably the best year of my career. And I literally didn't. I was like, I don't know this could be it. This could be the last. It's like the only team that wants me. So I was just kind of like, well, I just kind of went in there with an open mind, and I said, fuck it. And best ERA year of my career, and had a great pitching coach that kind of helped me relax with that stuff too, and Brad Arnsberg. So he was. It wasn't like a lot of pressure. He kind of did all the work for us.
Career high innings pitch that year too, 223 and
Yep.
2/3. So yeah, worked out pretty
Yep.
well. When back to the time when you said you kind of hit the low point and were sent down, did you
Mhm.
actually fight it and be like, no, screw you?
Oh
Like
yeah.
I'm not
Oh
going
yeah.
down. I've been
Oh
in the
yeah.
league. It's not like I'm
Yeah.
in the league, first year, second year, and you
Oh
were
yeah.
close to being at a point probably where they can't do that. I guess you still had
It was. Yeah,
options.
I was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there with the 5 years that I didn't have to go. So, I called my agent, and I was just super pissed off, about it. But at the same time, like, that was more of a pride thing. I think it more than it was a like, am I really helping the team? Because I know it was in Texas, and I went to Charlie after the game because I mean I got my shit pushed in, man, pretty good, and I was getting my shit pushed in the whole year pretty much, and I went to Charlie, and I was like, you got to put me back in the bullpen because in '07 I was the closer, so I was really trying to figure out how to start again, and I still wasn't over them trading for Brad Lidge and putting me back in the rotation because I really enjoyed closing. Well, I kind of told them that off season that I was better than Lidge. Well, I stuck my foot in my mouth with that one too because he only went 40 for 40 that year. So I didn't. I damn sure wouldn't have been able to do that. So I would have gave it a shot, but I don't think anybody's going to be able to do that again, honestly. But yeah, so I was still trying to find my way as a starter, back as a starter. But as a reliever, like I came in, I just wanted to strike everybody out, and I had the stuff to do that in '07 when I was younger, and then '08 I came back trying to strike everybody out, and I would go 4 or 5 innings with like 100 pitches. Well, that today that might work, but back then that didn't work. The goal was to go 6, 7 to save the bullpen usually. So when I came back from getting sent down and everything, I just said I'm going to pitch the contact, try to get these guys out, and not worry about the strikeouts and everything like that. And it worked out for us. But yeah, for sure, I told them I was pissed off. I'm not going. I talked to the AAA pitching coach, who was one of my guys, and he's like, "Just come down here, man, and we'll get drunk every night or whatever." And I'm like, "All right, screw it." Like, what? I mean, it's not like I didn't want to like put up too big of a stink because it didn't make me look selfish at the same time. So I
Well, and
I just wanted them to know I was mad, but I was a team player, and once I realized that I wasn't helping the team out, I was like, all right, I'll go down there, and I told them I was like, my family's leaving. They worked with me, so I was like, my family's leaving to go back home to go to school, so they let me stay at home and just drive when I was going to pitch. So it wasn't like I was just stuck down there riding buses with them,
well, and
which
it
I
worked
did.
out
I
pretty
did do a
well.
couple times. Yeah, I did go with
It,
the kids, the guys, a couple times, but just because out of like because I felt terrible by not just being there all the time around him,
Oh,
because
you're
I was
saying going
sent
on
down.
the
I
bus
was sent
trips?
down. Yeah. So I mean, I was sent down. Like they let me stay and work out and train in Philly then, and then I would just go to drive to the whoever was at home basically. Like was AAA, it was at home, I'd go play there, or if AA was at home, I'd go pitch there. So that's kind of how they let me do it, so I could stay at home basically.
Well, obviously, you were pretty damn helpful in the '08 postseason as a starter. So, did you go up to Lidge at any point and be like, you know what, dude, I didn't want you here, but if this all didn't work out in
No,
this way, we might
no,
not
but
have World Series rings?
yeah, I would tell you that. So in spring training, he hurt his knee that year, and I was like, all right, I'm not happy that he got hurt. Trust me, but I was kind of like, all right, they're going to give me a shot to be back in the as a closer. They're going to move me there, but he would made it back perfect time for the season. So I did have a little bit of thinking that I was because really went into spring training wanting to be the closer still, and that was pretty selfish of me instead of just buying into what they really needed me for. And it took me, I guess, half a season to realize that that's what I wanted to do, and then towards the end of my career, when I ended up playing with AJ and the White Sox, I didn't want no part of that bullpen. The Astros put me in the bullpen after I threw 440 innings for them the past 2 years, and then new GM comes in, throws my ass in the bullpen at 32 years old. I'm like, I had hip surgery 2 years ago, dude. I don't know if I can bounce back like this,